beginnings of quest mode. I have made the deck as per the rules. I have Arwen for spirit, Glorfindel for lore, Legolas for tactics. I have my 50 card deck here, which obeys the rules over here. As mentioned before, but just going through it real quick. I have to have 3 heroes. If one dies, you have to replace it with another one from that time period. And you can only have a certain amount of cards that count, that match up with the sphere and to the amounts that you are allowed to have. So, for example, I can only have 18 points of spirit, 24 points of lore, and 18 points of tactics. That was a challenge, let me tell you. That was a challenge. And allies equal to the willpower of the heroes. So willpower's, my combined willpower is 7, so I can only have 7 allies. And you can't have multiples of those allies. So I've got 7 allies. 2 of them are Gandalf. That'll give you an idea. And once I start gaining some XP, assuming I do, I can then start spending it on stuff like bonuses during next quests and stuff like that. And the idea is to go through the quests in the order, in chronological order, loosely based it off of the quests in the campaign that some other talented people have created, called The Tale of Years. But I've done it slightly differently. I've taken out the saga quests because they're really a self-contained thing. The saga quests, I mean, they're specifically designed to go through them with the characters that you've got, you know, the hobbits and the dwarves, and go through them and, you know, collect treasure and stuff like that. It just doesn't quite work for this sort of stuff, so I've taken them out. But I have left in the scenarios, the official FFG scenarios, not the fan-made stuff, the official FFG ones, and the 2 quests that come with the starter set. So putting those in, the starting quest is the classic, the one we all know and love, from the core set, Passage Through Mirkwood. So that's pretty cool. It's a good way to start because it's, you know, we've all played this quest a billion times. So it'll be a good, nice, I don't want to say easy just in case I jinx myself, because let's face it, I probably will. If I die horribly, it'll look very embarrassing. But it's at least it's one that's familiar, so it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully I don't fail, because that would be pretty embarrassing. So let's do it. Passage Through Mirkwood. You are travelling through Mirkwood Forest carrying an urgent message from King Thranduil to Lady Galadriel of Lorien. As you move along the dark trail, the spiders gather round you. Set up. Search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Forest Spider and 1 copy of Old Forest Road, and add them to the staging area. Then shuffle the encounter deck. So there's Forest Spider. And there's an Old Forest Road. I've got this weird thing with my TTS that just freezes every now and again. It's very annoying. You know what? If I was smarter, I would have just right-clicked and searched instead of going through each individual card like an idiot, which he's still doing, despite the fact that he realised he shouldn't. It's weird. But anyway, there you go. So what happened there? So Forest Spider and Old Forest Road are in the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck as requested and move to 1B. Okay, so the nastiest things they saw were the cobwebs, dark, dense cobwebs with threads extraordinarily thick, often stretched from tree to tree or tangled in the lower branches on either side of them. There were none stretched across the path, but whether because some magic kept it clear or for what other reason they could not guess. From the Hobbit. 8 needs 8 progress to get through. I'm already starting with 3 thanks to these two. After I've done my setup with my cards and stuff, we get to the combat phase, these guys will engage me because I'm already at 30. 9, 18, 30. So yeah, it's a shame, but we'll see how it goes. So hopefully the start is the starting hand is good. So 1 resource for everybody. Quick shuffle, just so people don't think anything dodgy's going on. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I need at least a weapon. And I got Elvish Light. So this is not a bad start. I'm pretty happy with this. Got weapons. So I'll draw my 7th card and let's start getting cracking. Oh, and there you go. Silver gauntlet. So that's pretty cool. Silver circlet. So what I'll do is I will... so I can start getting the questing going on ASAP. I will sacrifice Elvish Light to Arwen's ability to give herself 1 resource. So her ability says discard a card from your hand to add 1 resource to a Noldor or hero's resource pool. So both for Arwen and Glorfindel are Noldor. And Legolas is Sylvan. Or to Aragorn's resource pool, which I don't have. I don't have Aragorn. So spend 2 and give her the silver circlet. So she's now willpower 5, which is pretty good. Whoops, what happened there? And then take 1 off of Legolas and get him his beloved bow. It gives him +1 attack and +2 if the enemy's not engaged with you. They will be, but it is what it is. And I'm also going to use this card here, which is Darren's Ruins, which is a 0 cost lyric all card. So as an action, you can draw 2 cards and discard 1 card from your hand. So I'm going to put Elvish Light on the top there, just so I know that it's there. Now, Elvish Light is a pretty cool one, as you can only be played from your discard pile. But I do need a spirit in order to cast it, so, which I've already used. There's what it is. But I'm going to draw 2 from the other one. So 1, 2, and I need to throw 1 of these away. Alright, well, that's pretty easy. And it doesn't specifically say throw away 1. It just says discard 1 card from your hand. It doesn't specifically say the ones that you just drew. So I'm going to keep Ancient Method. And I'm going to get rid of this other bow because I don't need it. When you've already got this one, you don't need that one. And spend 1 to do a Strider. So Arwen is now at 7 just on her own, thanks to Strider, which is pretty impressive. And so Arwen is now going to quest. Not bad. That's a pretty damn good opening hand. That is pretty impressive stuff. So we've got I got someone having a shower, so I'm just going to very quickly close the door. Alright, back. So questing for, what did I say, 3, 5, 7? Just confirm, just so I'm not cheating. 3, 5, I control 5 or fewer characters, so I've only got 3 characters, so +2, so 7. And currently versus 3, but I need to draw a card from the encounter deck. Sure enough, it is Mountains of Mirkwood. 2 threat. And a bunch of cool stuff. Nothing happens when it's in the staging area, which is good. So 2 more. So I win by 2. Arwen wins just by 2 on her own. So I'll slap some progress on there. And then Shovel Phase. I think I'll do this one. No. I don't want to add, if I travel here, I have to add a card to the staging area, and I don't want to do it just yet, so I'll do this one, which means I get to ready a character. So really, I should have traveled with Glorfindel as well. Wasn't paying attention there. So I'll ready Arwen. Played this quest a billion times and still didn't really think it through. It'll give you an idea. So I'll travel this, that's good. A lot of the locations, they got smart later on. A lot of the locations actually do horrible things to you when you travel there. Old Forest Road is one of those rare ones that actually is not a bad thing. Alright, so that's the end of the questing / travel phase. So I'm going to reset here, and this guy is going to engage me because engagement check. It's less than my threat, which is 30, so whether I like it or not, it's going to engage me. So I'm going to grab a shadow card. I like to bring them down to here, so there's a shadow card. Now when it engages, it gets, after Forest Spider engages a player, it gets +1 attack. So that's currently at 3. I'm going to be defending with Glorfindel because I've learnt the hard way in one of my previous games that undefended is pretty dangerous. If you can avoid it, try to avoid it. It's pretty bad. So I'm going to defend with Glorfindel. It's only defending for 1. Let's reveal the shadow card. No effect, thank God. No shadow card is always good, but it's still 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So Glorfindel cops 2 points of damage. And then it goes to my attack. So since Arwen is untapped or unexhausted because of thinner, she might as well help attack as well. Might as well, eh? So Legolas is going to attack for 3 + 1. He doesn't get the +2 because it is engaged. So 3 + 1, and Arwen's going to attack for 1. So it's 3, 4, 5 total attack strength. 5 minus 1 defense is 4, and it is dead. Because Legolas was involved in the attack, we get +2 progress. That worked out alright. Could have probably been better. Didn't really maximize the abilities, but it is what it is. So, end around, raise threat by 1, unexhaust everybody, or refresh. Everybody gets a resource. You get a resource. You get a resource. Everybody gets a resource. Draw a card. This is pretty good. That's pretty good. Choices. I don't want to discard a card to get extra stuff, so I can't heal Glorfindel right now. I could heal him with 1, just using his own ability. 1 resource equals 1 point of healing. Yeah, I don't think I need to right now, so I'm going to spend 1 spirit to give this ancient Mathen to this location, because I am about to clear this. It's going to be pretty bit of a miracle if I don't clear it, so it means I get 3 cards, so that's good. And 1 tactic to give Legolas a War Axe, which is +1 attack for each attachment that has the restricted keyword. And because it already has the restricted keyword, it's +1 for that. So because that has a restricted keyword, this is actually +2. So he's currently at +3 and +4 if it's not engaged. So that's not bad. He can just start killing stuff on his own. I'm just going to save this law one for that one. I could have Elvish Lighted instead of spending the Ancient Mathen. I could have Elvish Lighted and drawn another card, but I'm going to get 3 cards from Ancient Mathen anyway, so it's not the end of the world. So we're going to tap, exhaust Arwen to quest for 7. Up against 2 so far. let's grab another one. That's another location. All right, doing all right. Not a lot of enemies, which is pretty sweet. And this one, Forest Gate, is my favorite one in the quest because there's no downside. It's 2 threats, sure, but its response is after you travel there, you get to draw 2 cards. Simple as that. No mucking around. Pretty good. So that's a total of 4. So 7 to 4 is 3. I win by 3. I only need 1 more for here, so 1 more for there. Clears that. And 2 on here. Because I cleared the location, I get Ancient Method back. And I get to draw 3 cards. Cool. Awesome. Raymond at War is going to go on Glorfindel so he can actually defend a little bit better. And a little bit more health and stuff. So that's good. We don't have to worry about combat or anything like that. We're in travel phase anyway, so travel phase we're just going to do the. So obviously we're going to there, travel phase, which means we draw 2 more cards. Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Travel phase is done. We're now in combat phase. There is no combat, so we're going to use Arlen's ability. I don't need another bow, so I'm going to get rid of Arlen's ability and do it to give somebody a resource. So it's either her or him. Can't be Legolas. Otherwise I'll be doing it for more tactic stuff. But I'm going to give it to good old Glorfindel here. Oh, went the other way. And then basically getting ready to... No, what am I doing? I'm going to give it to her. She's going to give it to herself. Because then, as an action, Elvish Light, I actually don't need to do it in the planning phase. I can just play it anytime I want as an action. So, I play Elvish Light from my discard pile and draw another card. It's just a card drawing frenzy. Oh, and my good friend Gandalf. So it's good. So no combat phase. So refresh her. End of round. Grease threat. Resource. Draw a card. Alright, I've got more cards than I know what to do with myself now. It's a whole new thing, so I can use Arwen's ability yet again. So I'm going to use Arwen's ability on Elvish Light to give herself a resource. And then I'm going to use it. Draw another card. There's a lot of cards going on here. There's a lot going on. Alright, I'm going to heal. I'm going to use the 2 lore to heal Glorfindel of his 2, so he can do some defending if he needs to. I'm going to do 1 to give Glorfindel Light of Valor, which means he now doesn't tap to quest. And I'm going to quest with Arwen and Glorfindel. So I'm actually questing with him even though he doesn't have to tap anymore. So it's 3, 5, 7, 10. I mean, it's pretty much a done deal, right? I mean, I need to get 4. I'm getting pretty close. So we'll see what happens. So I'm against the 2 that's here. And then I draw another card. Ooh, Forest Spider. They're going to engage me. But right now, all I have to worry about is threat. So 10 to 4 is 6. So I clear that outright. Get another 2 on here. Getting close. It's now combat. I'm not going to optionally engage, but I will be engaging anyway. So I'll just take it. And bring it down with his shadow card. There's his shadow card. I'm going to defend with Glorfindel. So at the moment it's 3. Whatever the shadow card says. Oh, raise defender's threat by 4 or by 8 if it's undefended. It is actually defended, which is good. So raise the threat by 4, which is not great, but it's not the end of the world in this quest anyway. So it is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we get it back. Should have just kept it. So they stay engaged. and then now it's my turn to attack. It's just Legolas attacking. 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6, so he's attacking for 6, which is easily enough to get past the 1 defense. So they both go up. Now having Englet spawn in the discard pile is interesting depending on which part of 2B I go to. So we'll see what happens there in that part of the quest. That's the end of that. That's questing done, that's action done, combat done. Yep, that's pretty much everything done. So, raise strip by 1, resource, 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 and draw a card. Okay, so now that we can actually have 2 tactics resources, I'm going to give him Glorfindel Raiment, which counts as 2 restricted, but it gives him +1 defense, so it makes him a little bit duffer. He's not the greatest defender in the world. And some hit points, so he does alright. Don't need that. There's no enemies to attack. I don't need Gandalf just yet. I'll wait for if the part of this quest that says that I need to kill the spawn will bring Gandalf out. Might as well just do the Elvish Light shenanigans. Alright, so I'm going to discard that. Arwen's ability to give herself a spirit resource, which I will then spend to bring Elvish Light back and draw a card. And another raiment, so I don't really need that. It's a shame Arwen's ability can only be used once per round. Otherwise, I just keep doing it. Just get rid of that one, get rid of that one, get rid of that one. It is what it is. Alright, so both Arwen and Glorfindel, who doesn't need to tap, as you well know. So it's a total of 10. Get the 10 from there. Currently up against. Oh, I forgot to travel to here. No, it is what it is. Well, you don't have to travel, so it's not the end of the world. 2 2s 4. So 10 to 4. Beat it by 6. That's more than enough. Well and truly gone. Got myself a spider. But for now, we have to deal with this. So cleared that stage. 1B is gone. So now we're up to 2A. As you move through the Mirkwood, hounded by spiders, the forest path forks before you. Unsure of what lies ahead, but spurred by the urgency of your message, you choose a path and proceed. Forced. When you defeat this stage, proceed to one of the 2 chosen path stages at random. So the next one, I chose a path. There's 2 of them, and so you pick out of these 2 randomly which one you want to go to, and one is either you just have to get 10 quest points and make sure that Unglet Spawn's not in play, which she's not because she's already in the discard pile. So if I get that one, that's pretty easy. I mean, I easily got that. And the other one is you search the deck, the encounter deck in the discard pile for a spider, and obviously you choose her and bring her into play, and then you have to kill her. So one's definitely easier than the other, but they're both pretty. I think we're pretty safe with either one. It doesn't really matter which one it is. But to get to there, we have to get 2 there, and quest progress points don't spill over into the next quest. They do go from location to quest, but not from quest to quest stage. So those extra excess ones I've lost. Now I'm feeling a bit adventurous. Let's actually go here. The reveal the top card of the encounter deck and add it to the staging area to travel here. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, this guy's going to engage me. So as long as I don't get an enemy that's lower than my current threat, I'll be okay. If I do, well, we'll just have to deal with it. And I do. So there you go. So I neglected to do the when revealed for when the spider was revealed. So when revealed, each player must choose and exhaust 1 character he controls. So I will exhaust Legolas. And then this guy says that when revealed, the first player, who's me because I'm solo, chooses a character currently committed to a quest, deal 2 damage to that character. I am the only 2 that I've got are these 2. He actually still, even though he's not exhausted, he is committed. So I'm going to do the 2 points to him. he does have raiment, so he has 2 extra hit points, so it's not too bad. There's no point doing an R1 because if Necromancer Reach comes out, that would be bad because she would just basically be instantly dead. I'm pretty sure his thing can be as an action. So during this action window, I'm going to spend 1 resource to reduce him by 1. Heal him by 1. Alright, so now we're in the engagement phase. So technically it'll be this one and then this one. It's the highest and then works its way down. So they'll get a shadow card each. Sometimes it is important the order that you go in. And they will engage. Do they have any when engaged effects? No, it's both when over revealed effects, so that's pretty good. Alright, so they're now engaged. So I'll be able to defend, but I won't be able to hit back because I don't have anything that says I can. I do have quick strike that says that I can hit first, but I don't have the resource to spend it. So that's a shame because R1 can't give him resources, which is kind of racist, but it is what it is. So I'm going to defend because undefended is pretty horrible. So we're going to hope for the best. So 3 versus 2. Shadow effect. There is a shadow effect. Attack an enemy gets +1. If it's undefended, raise your threat by 3. So also. So it's 4. 4 versus 2 is 2. So he would be dead if he didn't have his raiment. So he's only got 2 hit points left. It's not looking good. So 2 to 2 is just normal. So nothing will happen unless there's a shadow effect. And there is none. Ugh, wiping the sweat from my brow. So they stay engaged because I can't hit back because he did actually. Oh, wait. No, I got that wrong. He couldn't have defended because he was already defended. I'm actually going to have to take this undefended. I'm going to take it undefended on Legolas. Because he was already defended, he can't defend again. Because I forgot to exhaust him. So it's actually... And he was already exhausted, so... Undefended. So thank God this didn't say anything about having undefended or attacking. So, yeah. As Bo says, my good friend Bo, when you're playing solo, all you have is your honor. So I have to be fair. I have to cop that damage. So they'll stay engaged. These shadow cards will go away. Yeah, probably shouldn't have travelled there. In retrospect, that was probably a mistake. But what can you do? End turn. Threat by 1. Resource, 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 and draw a card. Alright. Thank God. This is one of those, so I'm going to get rid of a card. I don't need raiment. To give him a resource and then spend 2 for lore to get rid of all of his damage. So that takes care of that. So now he can do some actual defending. But he can only defend against 1. So I'm going to, as an action, exhaust the character you control and immediately declare it as an attacker. Because I don't have enough to Gandalf just yet. So I'm going to do that. Blink. I'm going to declare Legolas as an attacker and then immediately kill the spider. Because why not? He's a spider. So I only need to do 4 points of damage and I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's dead before he gets a chance to do anything else. And the bonus is that I also get 2 progress points. So we haven't even got to quest phase yet. So now it's quest phase. And yeah. So Arwen and Glorfindel, who doesn't have to tap. So it's 10, hit again. Versus 1, Old Forest Road. Well, that was pretty easy. 9. I didn't even need Arwen. But anyway, so beat it by 9. So easily did that. I only needed 1 for that. Now this one says that I get to search the top 5 cards of my deck and select a card. But let's just take care of the quest points. So I only needed 1 on there. So that means I've got 8 more left on here. I only need 2, but I like to put the full amount on there just in case you get some card that says take away some of your progressive points or something. So I always like make sure I've got some on there. But I don't even get a chance to do that because it says once you've defeated this stage, proceed to one of the 2 A's. So get rid of that and get rid of that. So here's my 3 A's. So to make it fair, what I like to do is I just put them in there and then I shuffle. The first one I pick will go up to the top. The second one will be the one I actually go to. Alright, it's the 10 progress one. So players cannot defeat this stage while ungulate spawn is in play. If players defeat this stage, they've won the game. So it's pretty much a given now. So that means this one is the ungulate spawn one. So I'll show you what this one is. So when revealed, you search the counter deck for a spider, and if the players must find and defeat ungulate spawn to win this game. So that's a bit of a shame. I actually was looking forward to fighting her, but it is what it is. I only need 10 quest points to get here. There's nothing stopping me from traveling to here now. I might as well do that because I choose to ready a character I control. So because I traveled there, I can ready a character. Clearly, I'm going to be readying Legolas. So I can kill this guy. But first, he gets to attack me. So grab a shadow card. I'm going to declare Glorfindel as the defender, so it's 2 versus 2, unless there's some shenanigans. There is. Attack an enemy gets +1, +3 if it's undefended. It is defended. This time I'll tap him to make sure it actually looks legit. So he gets +1, so it's 3 versus 2, so he takes a point of damage. And then Legolas just kicks his ass. Like, no defense, 3 half points. It's not even a competition. I might as well not even count it. The beloved Crystal has joined us. Hello. So he's dead. So because he's dead, I get 2 progress points. It's not quite enough, but it's pretty close. Just makes it easier for later. No more shenanigans here to worry about. So we'll just end the round. Raise threat by 1. Fresh. 1, 2, 3. And draw a card. Don't really care what I draw, to be honest. No, it's just another one of these guys. So I'm about to use these guys anyway. So they're non-unique. Yeah. I might as well just chuck them both. Yeah, just for the lols. I think I might actually do it. Alright, I'm going to sacrifice Light of Alana. Arwen's ability to give her an extra thing. So she's got 4 now, so I'm going to spend 2 to bring out the escort. I'm going to spend 2 more to bring out this escort. Now these guys are pretty funny. They're 2 willpower 001. While they commit to a quest, they get an extra 2 willpower. So if you commit to a quest with them, they become 4 willpower. But if you do that, you have to discard them. So they're basically a once-off 4er. Kind of like Gandalf, but just they only cost 2 instead of 5. So it's pretty good. So it's fairly obvious what I'm about to do now, right? So I've done the playing phase. Let's now the quest phase. Arwen still gets her +2 because it's 5 or fewer characters, so she's still 7. 3, 5, 7. Glorfindel is 10. This guy makes it 12, 14. This guy makes it 16, 18. So 4, 8, 11, plus 7 is 18. So 18 is being sent. So versus this guy, Chieftain Ulthak. That's pretty cool. He's the guy that gets powerful. The more he attacks, he gets a token put on him, and for each token, he gets more powerful. It's pretty sweet. But For now, he's only worth 2 threat. So I win by 16. I only need one more for here. So that gets rid of that. So I won by 16. I need one there. So I win by 15. And this quest only needs 10. So absolutely smashed it. This guy doesn't even get to attack. He just sits up in the staging area. I've just successfully... You attempt to follow a secret hidden trail to avoid the enemy. And I do avoid the enemy, because that's it. It's done. If the players defeat this stage, they have won the game. So, like I said, it's not exactly a super hard quest, like we've all done it a billion times. These guys actually get discarded. Cool, so let's collect my my victory XP. So for each enemy you gain XP equal to their threat. I forgot about that. I should have been keeping track. Luckily I didn't discard. I didn't put my discard pile. That would have been bad. Back into my thing, it would have been hard to calculate. Did I kill this guy, or was it a... I think it was a shadow card. I'll be fair and say it was a shadow card, because I wasn't paying attention and calculating, so I should have, it's my own fault. He doesn't count because I didn't get to fight him. So any character that I killed, their threat. So it was 2, 4, 6. So I get 6 XP. My little XP counter. And then... clearing a location, gain XP equal to its threat. Oh, I really should pay attention to this during the actual game itself. Yes. So I don't want to cheat. Yes. Forest Gate, yes. Mountains, yes. Oh, I didn't do the search your card for 5 cards for... You have to search the deck for top 5 cards of your deck for a card. I didn't do that. I definitely cleared that. Definitely cleared that. Definitely cleared that. Definitely cleared that. That one... Yep, that was the very first Old Forest Road. So, yep. Definitely cleared that one. This seems sus. I'm sure one of them was a shadow card. Absolutely positive one of them was a shadow card. I'm just going to say it was this one. Because it's the one on the end. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Successfully completing the quest. 10. Okay, so I didn't fail, so I don't lose any. I didn't lose any heroes. And at the end of the quest, collate. So I got 23 XP for that victory. That was a good start, especially considering what I'm going to get to. So the next quest is the river journey along the Anduin, which is, you know, it's not super hard, but it's annoying. And then, of course, this, the infamous escape from Dol Guldur. Why they put this in the core set, I just do not understand. Like, easy, okay, and then insane. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's almost unbeatable. I have actually beaten it, but I think that was more of a fluke than anything else, to be honest with you. It's just ridiculous. So let's see here. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But none of my characters died, so they continue on. And now I'm going to do it more as sort of like a D&D sort of thing. So, you know, they continue on. So next quest, I'll be able to spend XP on, you know, drawing some extra cards or lower the threat maximum of 3 times. So, you know, look at that sort of stuff. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. So the better the stuff you want to do, the more expensive it becomes. You can swap out your allies and stuff like that as well. It's I won't be doing a lot of that for the next quest because, like I said, it's not that hard. But for Dol Guldur, yeah, I'm going to be lowering my threat. I'm going to be giving them extra stats. Look at an encounter. I'm basically going to be spending most of my XP on that quest because I know it's insane. And then I'll probably still lose anyway. But it's the fun is in the journey as well. So yeah, not bad. Ended on 39 threat, not too bad. Could have been better, but considering I started on 30 is pretty good. And nobody died. Got a bit wounded, but that was only because of my own stupidity. So not too bad at all. Hope you enjoyed that. The passage through Mirkwood. Tune in next time for Journey Along the Anduin and the intrepid adventures of the elven nobles. Like, they're all noble. I mean, all the elves are noble, let's be honest. So Arwen and her friends Glorfindel and Legolas. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.